Have you ever felt that unsettling quiet in a relationship? The kind that's louder than any argument? That's where Mark found himself. His marriage to Sarah, once a vibrant masterpiece, had faded into a dull, silent film. The laughter, the late-night talks, the easy affectionate was all gone, replaced by a strange distance and a chill that had nothing to do with the weather. Mark tried to bridge the gap, suggesting date nights, weekend getaways, anything to reignite the spark. But Sarah was always too tired or too busy, her excuses flimsy and her eyes evasive. He noticed the small, almost insignificant changes first. Her phone, once left casually on the counter, was now her constant companion, always screened down or clutched tightly in her hand. She started working late, her explanations vague, and when she came home, she smelled of a cologne that wasn't his. He'd ask about her day, and her answers were clipped, rehearsed. It felt like he was talking to a stranger, not the woman he'd shared his life with. The more he pushed for connection, the further she pulled away, leaving him in a lonely echo chamber of his own questions. The suspicion was a slow poison seeping into his thoughts, turning his love into a tangled knot of doubt and anxiety. He started paying closer attention, becoming a reluctant detective in his own home. He'd check her social media, only to find it scrubbed clean of any recent activity. He'd drive past her office, after she claimed to be working late, only to find the building dark and empty. Each dead end was a small relief, but the underlying fear remained, a constant hum beneath the surface of their quiet life. He felt like he was losing his mind, caught between the woman he loved and the stranger she was becoming. One evening, Sarah announced she was going out with the girls, a phrase she hadn't used in years. Mark's heart sank. He watched her get ready, a painful tightness in his chest. She put on a dress he'd never seen before, spent an hour on her makeup, and a wave of that unfamiliar cologne filled the air as she kissed him a quick, cool goodbye. The door clicked shut, and the silence that followed was suffocating. He couldn't take it anymore. Not knowing was worse than any truth could be. He grabbed his keys, his hands shaking, and followed her. He kept a safe distance, his heart pounding against his ribs with every red light and turn. He followed her not to a trendy bar or a friend's house, but to a quiet, dimly lit restaurant on the other side of town. He parked across the street, his car a dark confessional, and watched. And then he saw it. Sarah, his Sarah, walking in and greeting another man with a long, intimate embrace. They sat at a secluded table, their hands intertwined, their faces closed as they talked and laughed. Every smile, every shared glance, was a dagger to Mark's heart. He was watching a life, his life unravel in real time. He sat there for what felt like an eternity, frozen, unable to look away from the devastating scene. The world outside his car faded into a blur. He saw them leave, hand in hand, and walk to the man's car. He watched them kiss, a passionate, lingering kiss that confirmed his worst fears and shattered the last remnants of his hope. He drove home in a daze, the city lights streaking past his tear-filled eyes. The truth wasn't a relief. It was a wrecking ball that had demolished the foundation of his world, leaving him alone in the ruins of what he thought was a happy marriage. The silence in their home when he returned was no longer just quiet. It was the sound of a final, heartbreaking end. Thank you for listening, and if you have a story to share, you're not alone. Follow us for more stories that explore the complexities of the human heart.